Does this seem like out of character or perfectly in character for Masa-san?
What was out of character was to start trading largely in the public sector, which has never been really part of SoftBank's strategy. But once you thought about it, then it started to make sense. If Masa decided to go and trade in FANG stocks, as an example of tech stocks in general, then it would come naturally that he would do it on a large scale.
So do you think they are over their skis at this point? Is the market isolating them? Or, I mean, to the degree that they may or may not be still sitting on some fat profits, can this be sustained, this trade?
We just don't know. We'll have to see. There has to be some regulatory filings at some point or another. But it could be, for instance, that these trades were done a few months ago, a couple months ago, a few weeks ago, and have been unwound. And he might be sitting on a lot of profits. If those trades were done more recently and suffered the downturn in the market, then he could have big losses. I would suspect that he has big gains.
Eric, here's the part, I guess, that I don't get, which is that what's the matter with little companies, like maybe in the enterprise, in software, that maybe have a long runway, have a great idea? I mean, there's plenty of those to invest in, probably at decent valuations. Why would you go to the public markets when you have all of this potential deal flow, all of this access to entrepreneurs?
Well, I think we're potentially seeing kind of a little bit of a restructuring in terms of the SoftBank portfolio. As you know, and as I think was noted in your report, he has been selling down assets such as in Alibaba, in SoftBank Mobile, and other companies in order to restructure his balance sheet. So suddenly there's this inflow of billions of dollars earmarked for that particular strategy. And it might have made sense to them to say, hey, while we're in this transition phase, let's use that cash and bet on the future of technology in a big way in the public stock market. So, in a way, SoftBank could become kind of the Berkshire Hathaway of technology, kind of a mixture of public investments, private investments, still major positions in operating entities. That particular mix might be appealing to SoftBank.
Eric, Julia here. Deirdre mentions the disconnect between what Masa-san said he was going to do in the public markets and then the scale in which he did start playing in the public markets. How much more do you think we're going to just start having to see much more transparency about what SoftBank is actually doing, especially in the public markets?
Well, I think it depends. It depends on whether this is going to be a long-term strategy or just something that was opportunistic, given the fact that they had this cash on hand. If you're going to play in the public markets, then some degree of secrecy is necessary. If you telegraph your strategy, you might be doing harm to yourself. But we shall see. At some point in the next few weeks, disclosures will have to be made, and we'll see whether this is more of a long-term plan as opposed to something that was just opportunistic.